78 Sports TV. I mean, salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to the General 78 Sports TV. Salute to the chat. Did I put that ice cream in the freezer? I swear I think I did. I think I did. And just talk about a little boxing. You know, like, yeah, I know. I probably should do it in other format. You know what I'm saying? We should make regular videos. But I like doing it this way, man. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to 78 Sports TV. Just had a recent birthday a couple days ago. What up? What up? What up? Hey, bro. Like the way that I'm running my YouTube channel, I kind of like, I'm not really very happy with it. And the algorithm probably don't really like it either. But something is better than nothing, man. I just be want to talk about boxing and just talk about something and be on the internet. Instead of like, because, even with the live, I mean, it might not be very much interaction because I only got 100 subscribers, but you know, uh, I still get that live feedback. You feel me? That's why I'm doing it this way. Instead of I ain't made not one regular video, did some shorts, and I don't know. I watch a lot of boxing radio these days. I'm kind of playing the background. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm taking the time out, I guess. And I was just wondering, like, who don't want to fight? Like, who don't want you look, okay, and guess what? I searched boxing coward, uh ducking, boxing, and coward uh before I made this video. And this is was the top of the search. You don't believe me? Take a look at this. You know what I'm saying? Look, check it out, bro. Look, okay, yeah. Well, hold on. Why don't you let me go back so I can show them folks what I'm talking about? You know, all right, okay, fine. Fine. You wanna see? Okay, look. You can't really see it, but it's there, you know what I'm saying? It's a ducking coward boxing 8 minutes ago. And guess what? Hey, Shakur Stevenson popped up. And you know what? I don't know if this is true or not, but it says like Shakur says he'll fight Garcia, but only in an exhibition match. I don't know if that shows up as normal for y'all. I think it do, but for some reason, like YouTube, like when I reverse the camera, it be like mirrored. You know what I'm saying? Until I go back and rewatch it, and then it be like looking right. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know what y'all can see, but what I'm seeing on my end is it's like it's mirrored. But it says Shakur says he'll fight Garcia, but only in an exhibition match. I don't like I said, I don't know if that's true or not, but Shakur Stevenson was the first person that popped up. I really enjoy listen to boxing radio though, like listen to boxing fans debate, go back and forth. You know, it's almost kind of cool to like play the background. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not like very relevant no more. I mean, I can't really say I was ever really too relevant, but some of the videos that I used to make like back in the day, back in my heyday, like other bigger channels would see it or even at least see the title, and then that will cause them to like make a response. They'll question the fighter about like any accusations. You know what I'm saying? That like I'll be bringing up in my videos, but something to talk about, to get views, to make money. You know, but it's kind of like cool to just be in the background too. You know, I don't know if he really said that though, but that's what this post say. Let me see. It got 156 likes on Facebook. And watch when I say look, let's ask Grok. Cause can you shout out Logan? Can you hit the like button? I don't know if I want to shout out Logan. I don't know Logan. Why should I shout out Logan? Shout out to Logan. There you go. So it might be some hater trying to make a gay video talking about Travis Gotti is Logan got something going on. You know, I like him sub. You like him, but I don't. So what good is that gonna do for me? What good does that information do for me? Uh, did Shakur? Oh, it was gonna misspell his name. Did Shakur Stevenson? We doing say okay. We gotta have make sure it's factual information. Damn, I hate this slide to type. It's always misspelling the wrong thing. But I'm holding my phone with one hand, I'm typing on the other phone. Fight Ryan Garcia. Uh only in exhibition match. I used to ask Google. We didn't live long enough. I don't want to do anything. I just love your videos. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, guess what? Thank you, man. Thanks for the support. I appreciate you, bro. You know, I miss you. What would happen if I Show Speed had a fight with Ryan Garcia? I don't really know nothing about Ryan. I Show Speed. Ryan Garcia would definitely knock him out. Ryan Garcia is a professional boxer, current world champion. He's been boxing since he was a little boy. I Show Speed is like, you know, a little boy. How old are you, John? I got a question for you. I answered your question. Since you want to bring I Show Speed into this, who's not a boxer, and asking me what would happen if he had a fight with Ryan Garcia. I mean, thanks for coming through, John. I appreciate you. You coming through fast the last 2, 3 uh live stream. I will answer when I'm the only viewer. Uh it's only between me and you, right? Okay. We'll talk about that like some other time. But I'm not surprised that you don't want to answer because you asked me about I Show Speed, right? Now I'm not saying nothing is wrong with watching like other streamers and stuff like that. Like people be funny and people got different stuff. Sometimes I watch like review videos or how to videos, especially with scooter videos. Like people reviewing scooters. Maybe like little kids. I don't mean I'm not subscribed, but I'm not really a fan. But I do watch their reviews. You know, but you know, I Show Speed is 21 years old. But I guess Ryan Garcia is 21 is in his 20s, right? Y'all can't see that. That's blurry as hell. He's 21 years old, bro. Like I'm 42 years old, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't watch like 21-year-old streamers. It's like some females like they might be mature for their age. And I'll watch them, you know what I'm saying? But not that often. Even though it's like a couple of them that I'm watching right now. But I will never bring it up in public. And even me saying it right now make me feel like I need to delete this live. He had a good fight when Logan Paul called him out. If you know, you know. He had a good fight when Logan Paul called him out. Who? Who called out Logan Paul called out ISO Show Speed? Honestly, I don't know nothing about that guy except for he accidentally let his D pop out of his drawers in the middle of a live stream. But you know, like people do anything to go viral nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know, and I only know that because somebody else had brought him up to me. You know, and then I searched it out of curiosity. He really should be on that list for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can say it's an accident, but come on, bro. You can say anything is an accident after you do it. Uh, Ignorance is not an excuse. You know, like excuse for breaking the law. It's not like admissible in court, unfortunately. Because like all of the felonies that I ever got, I didn't even know it was a felony. I didn't know it was a felony to not pull over for the police when they get behind you. You know, I mean, I know if you like speeding and leading them on a high speed chase, but like, what if you don't feel safe? And you just drove the speed limit and used turn signals and stopped at stop signs. You feel me? Like, is that really like a 5-year felony? You want to give me 5 years in prison for that? Come on, bro. Come on, bruh. But yeah, man, he should be on that list. And then I borrowed my girlfriend's car, and I didn't bring it back on time for her to make it to work like she asked me to do. So she called and reported it stolen. But like, I didn't steal her car. She gave me the keys. You feel me? Uh, I didn't. I didn't steal her car without her permission. Like, I just didn't bring it back on time. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't steal it, but that was what my charge was. 2-year felony, you know? And then I threatened another chick that I was with because she was acting a fool. I've been threatened my whole life. Boy, sit down before I whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Get out that street before I beat your ass. So I'm not thinking if I threaten this woman that I don't want to put my hands on, because she acting like, yo, you got me messed up. You must think that I really won't do this to you. You know that I'll do it to you. And how you acting, you want me to do it to you. So I ain't gonna do it to you. But what I am gonna do, when I wake up in the morning, I planned it out. My last felony. I planned it out. When I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna aim this taser gun at her and I'm gonna threaten her. I'm gonna scare the shit out of her. Because we need to get along until next week, until I get paid, so I can go on by my business. But it was like either you gonna be with me or you gonna be homeless. That's what she wanted to do because she knew I wasn't gonna do nothing to her. She knew exactly what I was doing. We didn't been through this before, you know. But I had moved out and then moved back in. See what I'm saying? I didn't know that that was a felony. I sat there and waited when she told my mom the police was on the way. I sat there, I'm rolling up weed, I'm smoking, I'm not thinking nothing about it. I get to the LA Bounty. I mean, they charged me, asked me if I threatened her. I said, no, well, I'm laughing twice. You know? I get to LA Bounty. They talking about I'm facing 3 years in prison and I got a $50,000 bond. For what? Some words? Saying that I do something that I didn't do? Telling somebody you will unalive them and not unaliving them? That's what I'm going to prison for that? See what I'm saying? And this dude, he on live, he on hard too. Then he done stood up and then let his D come out of the middle of his boxer shorts and went so he can go viral. That wasn't no accident. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no accident that he was wearing boxer shorts with the slit through the middle on live. You know that you on hard, and then you gonna jump up and start cheering. You know? Yeah, he should really be on that list, but they didn't. I mean, then he ended the live or something, try to act like it was a mistake. But you know he was gonna go viral. He knew it. Come on, bro. You don't make mistakes like that, bro. You can't make mistakes like that. So that's what I'm saying, bro. He's a 21-year-old streamer that has exposed himself in front of the world that you asked me about. And I'm 42 years old. And that was it was a while ago. He wasn't 21 then. He might have been 19 at that time. That's who you asked me about on live. You know, you know what I'm saying? You asked a 42-year-old man about a 21-year-old streamer who has exposed his D on the internet intentionally. Look, dude. But it's all good though. It's all good, John. It's all good, bro. He might be funny. He might be funny. You know, I watch. There's a lot of funny people out there. He's got to be funny because he's popular. So, you know, if I'm sitting, I got the camera like this, right? I'm on hard. I get on hard, and I'm on live. I know I'm in my boxers, and I'm on hard. I'm not about to do this. Ah, yeah. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what's going on. You know, indecent exposure, uh, federal charges, because you did it on live. Your live crosses state lines, so it's no longer a state crime. It's a federal felony, and you know, he can give you probation, but you're gonna have to register for the next 5 years. You did. But let's get back to the business. You did. Yeah, man. This is the feds, bro. This YouTube is the feds. All of this is the feds, bro. You know, like I think it's not fair. Like they really need to stress law in school, bro. We need to talk about who want to fight and who don't want to fight. That's what we want. That's what the fans want to hear. But they need to teach us more about law in school, bro. You shouldn't have to go to law school to like in college to learn about crime, man. There should not be people like me with multiple felonies that I didn't even know I was committing a felony when I did it. You know? Yeah, I know if I was to mash out on the cops and do 100 on the highway while they chasing me as a felony, but damn, driving two 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 blocks, 2 or 3 blocks, YouTube e-bike and the Roblox crap, bro. Even if I'm too old for it, lost stuff, you feel? YouTube e-bike and the Roblox crap. What? I don't understand what you're saying. But damn, you threw me way off, man. Yeah, I guess we gotta talk about like who this boxing, what we put in the title. You know, we talk about anything, but it's probably better to it's probably better to talk about the subject matter first and then go on to that other stuff later. You feel me? Well, we just be doing whatever. We just flowing to sum it up. Pervs and idiot teens. Yeah. Somebody asked me, people kept asking me if I played Roblox so many times. I don't know if that was like an insult or something, trying to see if I'm like a predator or something. But they asked me if I played it so many times that I downloaded it and played it for like no longer than 5 minutes. I don't even know if I played it that long. It was some first mission where you supposed to hop in the car and do something. You can't do it. I will be on that GTA 6 though later on this year. For sure. And I just got PlayStation Network, man. So we gonna see what we can download in the PlayStation Store. You did, but yeah, man. I seen like people getting locked up from doing stuff on Roblox though. I don't really get it, man. Like, how could you do something in a video game that they didn't design it to do? You know what? Yeah, yeah. I think it's really coming out. That's why I got my PS5. Like, you know, that's why I got a PS5. You know, GTA 6 coming out, and like with it being like, man, well, I think I got my PS5 in May. It's the release date is November the 19th. You know, and like with it being like so close and it not being pushed back after they pushed it back so many times, I think it's really coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like November, $1 billion in a day, man. He'll make $1 billion in one day. Quick, man. They probably make $1 billion before they even release the game. Everybody that got a video game is gonna buy that game. What? It'd only be PS5 or something, man. No, they don't have it on Xbox too. You know, and they ain't finna leave no money on the table. They ain't leaving no money on the table. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, we on the main phone. We need to switch phones. But yeah, that's why I got the PlayStation 5 boy. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can play G and then but they kind of did something slick. So I had to go and get a used PS5 to still keep it in like a good price range. You know, like I got $500 back from taxes this year. You know, it took 3 months to get it, but they finally did it. You know what I'm saying? But I got it like late April after I like filed my taxes in late January. And yeah, man. But they had like raised the PS5 from 500 to 650. And I'm like, come on, man. My little 450 plus my $61 in home heating credit. You know, that would have covered the PS5. I would have covered the taxes. But why you gotta do me like that, B? You know? But, I caught up like the old pawn shop. One of my favorite pawn shop in town that I used to buy all of my like used laptops from. And they had one for like 380, cuz. And they gave me Undisputed for free, bro. Like God was working, bro. Like God like knew that I'm a boxing fan, bro. You know? Cause like I mean I got the PS5, right? And then I picked out Spider-Man 2 and Undisputed that I was gonna buy with the PlayStation 5. And he passed me the Undisputed. He was like, you can just put that in the bag. And I'm thinking like, well, he gonna charge me for it, but I'm like, what you mean put it in the bag? So I'm just since you're spending some money, I'm gonna go ahead and let you have it. Like, oh man, that's what's up. Thank you. So it came up to like 404 with the Spider-Man 2. I never even played the Spider-Man 2. You know? I will eventually. We just beat Battlefield 6. We beat Black Ops 7. We still ain't even beat the undisputed boxing game, bro. Career mode. But yeah, and we ain't played Spider-Man 2. But yeah, that's why I got my PS5, man. Because of Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't know if I really want to buy Grand Theft Auto 5, though. I done had it like 5 different times, man. Over the last decade or something. Like when I bought it in Arizona? I never played it. You know? Just too old, man. Looking at the same thing. Well, yeah, man. Uh, so, man, we 25 minutes into the live. We still ain't talked about no boxing, man. There's Low key thought we get Fortnite 2 before GTA 6. I was scared. Fortnite 2? Yeah, I heard a lot about Fortnite. I heard a lot about Fortnite, man. Let's see something real quick, cuz. We gotta do something different. Cause y'all over here on my main phone, cousin. And we can't have that. There we go. There we go, cuz. This is where y'all was at. We just moving around some furniture. Maybe I'll get that's where y'all was at. But yeah, I heard a lot about Fortnite. I wonder if I should get it. I need my main phone back. Oh, I actually went from I went from low 78 to big 78 by switching phones. Let me see, cause yeah, man, maybe I should get Fortnite for duty. But it's like newer games. There's new games coming out too. You know, I need to make some notes. Let me see. I think UFC 6 coming out this month, right? Let's see. See what's going on, cuz. What's going on, cuz? Yep, June the 19th, UFC 6 come out. Next month, July the 28th, Halo, the new Halo can come out. I'm definitely buying those two games. Modern Warfare come out. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 6 come out in November 19th. But I think a new Call of Duty come out in October. Yeah, Modern Warfare 4 come out October 23rd. So we already lined up for like 4 more games, bro. It's a good game, but like it's too slow. Like the lobby and stuff take too long. Yeah. Just what loading and stuff, loading times. Probably because you on that PS4, cuz you need to like upgrade to this PS5. You know what I'm saying? I love Halo. Got all of them and the old one. Yeah, that's why I used to stick with Xbox. You know, because it was an Xbox exclusive. You know, Halo and Gears of War. I like Gears of War too, but I did definitely love like Halo. Like Halo 3 was a classic, man. I'll never forget the Halo, especially like the level that got like the elevator. I forgot like I have to look at it, but I miss Halo, man. That's why I'm getting a new Halo, but now it's coming out on PS5 too. I'm too broke. I spent my money on a Suron and Super 73. Man, F that PS5 Suron, huh? That's one of those real fast e dirt bikes. You know, I think that costs like a couple thousand, 2 or 3 thousand. Damn. PS5 is cheap though, man. I mean, well, $650 is a lot, but like I went to the pawn shop and got mine for 380, 400. Well, 380. Let's just say that because it's 404 with the Spider-Man too. Just get it from a pawn shop because like I think like PlayStation 5s are good devices. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't really got to worry about too much going wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? It's some stuff that you don't really want to buy used because like it might be defective and somebody might be trying to get over, pull a fast one. You know, that's why I don't really like buying used scooters. But the pawn shop, bro, they got them. I couldn't believe he still only charged like 380 for it, and they 650 at the store. You know, but I see why he did it though, because I called back like a week after I got it, just to see like how much they would pay if somebody brought a PlayStation 5 to them. And I called him. I was like, I got a PlayStation 5 for sale, man. How much you want? And this ninja had the nerve to tell me $100. He's gonna give me $100 for a PS5 disc edition, knowing that it's $650 at the store. You know, but it's good though, cause like they sell them for so cheap. You're only gonna sell it for 350, 400. But hey, you know what? If he would have said 450, I would have did it. Even if he would have said like 500, I would have did it. You know, because I wouldn't. I was gonna pay the 500 at the store anyways. And then I get the comfort of knowing that like when before you bought it, you made sure it worked. That's like better than just buying it from somebody off the street. Low-key, someone told me a Nintendo Wii have a better boxing than a PS5. Hell no, dude. Man, I was playing the boxing game on Wii in the Psych Ward, man. Man, that shit is like it make you feel like you playing a video game like 20 years ago, bro. Like you can't really tell. You can't really let me see. But nah, bro. Hell no. No way. I know you ain't believe that crap. I know you ain't believe that, cuz. Let me see. They was selling you a dream, man. It's kind of like mind blowing, like how far video games came actually. Like, bro. So I have a Wii, but can't outdo my 360, Xbox 360 even. Xbox 360, man, that was a long time ago. Because, I mean, we had the Xbox One since then, and we got the Xbox X and S series. But, yeah, man, the graphics on this Undisputed is, like, so crazy, bro. You know? But, like, you won't really be able to see. You won't really be able to see, like, how good it is. Where you at, Terrence Crawford? There you go. I mean, let's Terrence Crawford. I got Canelo, but to show you what it looked like in action. Whoops. I really should beat this, but them shooting Undisputed is kind of like a game. Don't worry, I got the Xbox X and PS4 got it. Xbox X. Oh yeah, that's still like this. That's like the same thing. Xbox X is pretty much like the equivalent of PS5. Man, it's crazy, bro. Yeah. And I made sure I got me a 4K TV too. That's what I'm saying. Like the like this stream is not in 4K. This stream is like 720 HD, like if that. But I think that you might have to pay for HD, on these apps, to StreamYard to stream in like full HD. I don't even know if you can stream in 4K. So even just showing it on a phone, it's not gonna show like what it looked like with my eyes. We streaming in 720. We playing like PS5 in 4K. It ain't really like It ain't like as good as you. I mean, it is. It's nice. I was impressed when I first started playing it, when I first turned it on. But now I'm looking at it like they could have did better. But I'm still blown away with these graphics though. You know. But I mean, like, man, it's getting to the point where like the graphics on these video games is so good. Like, how could you really like do better? You know? What are you gonna do like with a PlayStation 6? You feel me? That's gonna be like, so much better than a PS5. I'm very interested in seeing that. Cause like 4K on the PS5, like, you gonna beat 4K? Hey, they got some 5K TVs out there. PlayStation 6 and 8K, you know? The virtual reality comes with it, but it's gonna have $1,000 price tag. You know what? On that note, oh, I should get the virtual reality shit. Travis Gotti Gaming Talk, new channel name. Man, yo, look, that's what we the conversation came to. Nah, it's just gonna be Travis Gotti Boxing Talk. We talk about hip hop. We're gonna talk about gaming. We're gonna talk about whatever. Because like I ain't even really build this channel up. Like I'm not even building it up to the point where like I only got like boxing fans over here. See what I'm saying? I just like got 50 subscribers and started going live and then talking about whatever. Those 50 subscribers might have been boxing fans because they subscribed because I was of my shorts where I was talking about boxing. But now I have like 115 subscribers or something. Uh those the subsequent 65 subscribers, they subscribe because like whatever I was talking about, but most times I wasn't talking about boxing. See what I'm saying? So most of the subscribers on this channel aren't like exactly boxing fans. They might be fans of me, you know. And by the way, get a Mega Quest or something. I don't even know what that is, but we can look it up. But yeah, they just ain't really boxing fans. It get kind of annoying sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I be really want to talk about boxing. You know, MetaQuest. See, I was about to search Met Mega Quest. Okay, let me see. Hey, by the way, oh yeah. Grok said like Shakur Stevenson didn't say that he would fight Ryan Garcia only in an exhibition fight. We gonna get into that too. If you still here or if you ain't here, I'll just be talking to myself unless somebody else show up. But let me see what's a meta quest. I have no idea what that is, but we gonna find out. What's that virtual reality? Meta quest. You know PS5 got their own real good headset VR. Like, you know, like PS5 got their own virtual reality that's like designed for their system, right? And that looks like pretty cheap too. Those look cheaper than the MetaQuest 3, 512 gigabytes, $600 at Best Buy. Let me see. PS5 VR. Oh, two. You heard?
Where it's at? Come on, man. Amazon Renew. Was this refurbished 380, 386? Oh no, that's okay. All right, let's type it all the way out. Virtual reality headset. I'm the only viewer. Know what that means? It say two. Yeah, I do know what that means. Yeah. So it's, oh, I guess you get the headset and the video game. Okay, I see what they're doing. 450. That's not really that bad, man. That's not really that bad, bro. I know. See, like you now, you telling the world. You telling the world now. See, I wasn't gonna say it. I was just gonna say, like, I know what time it was. Then you could have just dropped it, and then I wouldn't have. It wouldn't have came out. But ain't nobody gonna really put two and two together. But I'm 42, man. Yeah. Yeah, we sat here and talked about like video games until everybody left. What? You can't you can't be playing with me like that, bro. I might have to like I might have to get I don't know. You ain't no motherfucking 15, man. You can't be playing with me like that, bro. You know? Cause I might have to block you now. And I know you're not 15. Your name kind of look familiar, like you've been coming around for a while. Like, come on, bro. Stop playing with me before I have to block you. I don't want to block you. You gotta clean that up. I'm not really gonna say it, Gotti. Don't kid like that, dude. You know what kidding like that do? If I'm like, okay, that's cool. You 15 years old. I mean, age ain't nothing but a number. Come on, man. You know what kind of activities that like come with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really gonna say it. Look, man, you playing with me, bro. Why the fuck you? Why the fuck you say all that shit then? Now you pissing me off. Say, yeah, I'm the only one here. You know what time it is, right? And then say, why the fuck? You even say what time it was then? And then you gonna say like you a minor? I'm about to get blocked after watching my live stream like multiple days, and you done sat here for the whole fucking 45 minutes, and then you gonna fucking you gonna ruin it by saying I'm a minor trying to be funny? So are you a weirdo? Probably the only viewer that I got is a fucking weirdo that think pretending to be a minor with a 42-year-old man is funny. It's not funny, dude. Trying to get me like you trying to get me locked up by the feds, man. You took forever to clean it up too. I said clean it up, and it took you like 2 minutes to even fucking say something. Fuck out of here, dude. Don't play with me like that. What's the joke? How long you took says volumes to clean it up. So I'm not being extreme. You don't like it? You'll be off a timeout in 5 minutes. That's a warning. Fucking tell your weird ass stop playing with me like that like 7 times for you to finally say it. And your bitch ass holding the fucking phone. Hoe ass nigga. Bitch. You can fucking unsubscribe, ho. Fuck you trying to see if I'm a pedophile or some shit? You might be a pedophile. You could have just let that shit go. We already know you like watching fucking dudes that let their dick slip out of their boxers when they was fucking a teenager. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to say your age now, but you want to bring up 21-year-old streamers that showed their dick on the live when they was 19 and ask me about him and Ryan Garcia, who is widely viewed as the most attractive boxer in the sport of boxing. You brought him up, and a 21-year-old streamer that showed his D online when he was 19. And you say, oh, I'll tell you my age when no one is there. Hey, guess what? I'm the only one here. You know what time it is, my age. I'm 15. Oh, I'm not going to really tell you. Well, fuck you. You probably a homosexual anyways. Ryan Garcia is attractive. IShowSpeed has shown his D on live. And this is who you bring up to me. A pretty world champion and a guy who showed his D online when he was a teenager. And now you don't want to say your age because you know you bogus. That's why. You know you bogus. I repeatedly say I'm 42 years old. You know why? Because I ain't bogus. I can show you my camera roll. I can show you my Safari search history. I can show you my YouTube history. You know, I can show you who I favorite, you know, on Kick and Meet Me. And I'll pass all of those tests right now. There ain't gonna be no weird stuff in my camera roll, my search history, none of that. So I ain't gotta hide my age. I ain't on no weird shit. You on some weird shit, bro. It's just YouTube and like I don't really know you like that. So you know what I'm saying? You made me wait too long when I told you to clean that shit up, bro. So you kind of like, you know, you think this shit is funny. You know? You didn't really want to get along with me, bro. You wanted to troll me. Engage my reaction. So guess what? You got what the fuck you was looking for, weirdo. You've been too friendly to me for me to be yelling at you. You're gay. You don't want to tell me your age to just say that you gay. You know what I'm saying? Because bringing up that combination of dudes, bro, you know what I'm saying, is looking like you kind of leaning towards that side. It's all good if you're on that side, bro. It's all good. You just bought a Sauron and a what? A GT3 or something? You bought both of those? You said I just bought, so I'm assuming that's within like the last 6 months. So you got $5,000 to spend on 2 bikes, and you like Ryan Garcia and IShowSpeed. So you got money and you like men, right? What's up, bro? Like, I mean, if you attracted to Travis Gotti, just let me know, man. I mean, you might have been a long-term fan. I want a Sauron too. I'll do anything. I'll do anything. I'll do anything for a Sauron. Not even new one, just like new, but not the newer model, not a 2026. You know what I'm saying? Just for a 23. What's happening? even your old Sirron. Hey, I'm just playing. I kind of am just playing. But if you got big bread, because you acting like you broke as far as the PS5 goes, but you're not a broke person if you can afford to spend $5,000 on 2 bikes. And you could have got like a newer model. You could have spent 5,000 on just the Surron. I don't know. I'm just saying at least 5,000 in the last 6 months you done spent on some bikes. You know what I'm saying? So I can't afford to spend 5,000 on 2 bikes. We go this whole year. I will never be able to buy a $3,000 Surron. Let's see how much these Surrons cost. Let's just be. Let's just see something real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just search it on Amazon, Surron, and then we gonna see, bro. $4,000. That's the overall pick. The first thing that pop up. See what I'm saying? You spent 4,000 on a motherfucking Surron? Jesus Christ, bro. I don't know if that's the actual Surron. Yeah, it looked like it. 4,000. So let's just say you spent 5,000 on both. You might not have spent the whole four on that. So I was about right. That was about a good range. Yeah. I won't the whole year I wouldn't be able to spend 4,000 on the Surron. Even if I mean I have to like really be on it. If I could save 4,000 in a year, whoo, man, I could. But I really have to be dedicated to it. I kind of need to start being dedicated to that shit, right? We need to start thinking about our future. You know what I'm saying? We need to start thinking about our future. Because not all of us going to die tomorrow. You keep thinking about like trying to live for the day. Man, you done live like, I added up how many days is in 42 years, man. That's over 15,000 days in 42 years, bro. Like, I really won. I already won. Like, you could shoot me in my head as soon as I walk out of my door, and I still won. Like, you know how many times I've avoided death, evaded death, people trying to rob me, set me up, police like on my ass. You know, police on that too. I mean, I'm tweaked out on meth, hallucinating. Police is running up on me. You know what I'm saying? Locking me up. They could have killed me, bro. They could have sent me back to the lobby. Real easy, justified. That was a good cop. I ran up there. Come on, man. So yeah, man. But where was we at, bro? Where was we at? But yeah. I wouldn't be able to. That'd be hard, man. I think I could do it though. I really could. I really could. I should start now, bro. Like if I start saving right now, let's see, it'll be easy, bro. I don't be spending my money on nothing. I just gave a ninja like X, Y, and Z to get drunk like 5 times. Who cussed me out and kicked me out of his stream when he got drunk. Like what? I said some pretty bad things to him though. You know, I'm kind of mad about that. I don't know. We all over the place, man. And we be just like blowing my brains out, and then we just be talking about. I mean, y'all can interview me, you know what I'm saying. But if I'm talking myself, like what's that weed kick in? I swear it be just like wherever we go, we gonna go. You know, we just gonna like go wherever we go. It be blowing my brains out, man. Then y'all stop talking. Yeah, then y'all don't be really like effing with me like that, bro. But I was making a point. I was making another point, and then but yeah, I wouldn't have that type of money, bro. You know what I'm saying, to get a Surron. You know, it'll be very hard for me to save 5,000 a year, which I will be able to do. I can do that. It ain't nothing but 100 a week. You feel me? I can do that. 100 a week is a lot to me, but I can still do that and still be eating fast food all the time. I don't know why I ain't saving, bro. Like where my money is going. That's why I'm so fat, out of shape. Like I acquire food stamps, one way or another, and like I go get fast food like so many times a month, so many hundreds. It still be extra money to give away to people, you know. And sometimes people get the bitching like, you know, just give them a couple dollars. They shut up quick. You know what I'm saying? If you done did something and they mad at you, just give them a couple dollars. Everybody understands if you give them some money. I'm telling you, it worked like a charm. I swear to God, y'all got to try that shit. Somebody get to talking shit to you, and you know they smoke cigarette, and you know that you done did something. Like, man, fuck you. You must need some cigarettes, don't you? Here, look, yo, here. I'm gonna see you. I just sent you $12 on your Cash App. Go buy you some cigarettes and stop playing with me. Stop talking to me. I swear to God, it'll work like a charm. It'll work like a charm. They drink beer and they always broke. And you done did something, said something bad. You done fucked up. You like, man, fuck you, man. Shut the fuck up. Here, you must need some beer, man. Yeah, I know what your problem is. You need some beer here. Here, you can get them. Here, boom. I just sent you $5. Go get you some beer. Leave me the fuck alone. I swear to God, it works so good. And some people are so cheap. Like people appreciate anything. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of people are so like down and out. Like it really mean a lot to them. Cause I did say some bad stuff, man. It's your fault, dude. You got me spending money on you like you're not my girl, you're not my boyfriend. And I'm giving you money like you acting like you are depressed. You know what I'm saying? You're really acting like a right now. And I really want to tell you about yourself, but I did tell you, made me tell you about yourself. Cause you was acting like uh but then you start snapping on me after acting like a come on, bro. Come on, man. So now you done made me say some stuff that like you ain't gonna never forget. You know, you can mod a scooter to get us to run type thing. No, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. It is not the same brand. I don't want to mod nothing. Like if I wanted a Saran, I wouldn't even. And the Saran costs like 4,000. I wouldn't want to like even spend 7,000 on like mods to try to make it look like a Saran because it's still not the same thing. Even though it costs more money than your shit. See what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing like the real thing. But yeah, man. Dude that made me say some stuff. You ain't gonna never forget it. When you was drunk, when you was disrespecting me, I was sober and harsh, ruthless. But to like you gonna start feeling bad about yourself every time I come around. You know what? Like a wise man always say, like a wise person once said, I might not be able to remember what you said, but I remember how you made me feel. You know? So he might have said some bad things. He didn't make me feel no type of way. I knew he was drunk and like got some health problems. It's making him like his mind go crazy. But me, I was sober and I was like brutal. And he's gonna remember how I made him feel. but it's really because of him. Man, that shit crazy, ain't it? That's just like somebody go messing with you, right? You minding your business, somebody try to steal something from you, and then like you really like a dog, but you kind of been just trying to chill out, man. You don't want no smoke. You're getting older. You're just trying to chill, bro. Like I don't want no problems. And they done tried to take something from you, man. They thought that you was a mark because like you try to chill. You know what I'm saying? And then like now you done flipped out and you done went too far and now you going to prison. And they on the witness stand. They snitching. And I was minding my business until you start playing with me. Now look at you. Now you ready to tell it all. Man, you was panicking, ready to snitch. You couldn't wait until the police came into your hospital room to tell them what happened. You can't wait to call 911 if you see me outside your house. You can't wait to call 911 if some damage happened to your property. And you can't wait to give your statement, after I'm done with you. But you want to start it with me, bro. And your feelings is hurt. You look, you want to start an argument with me, right? Okay. You started a war with me, right? Okay, so now we going to war. And then now you want to kick me out. You want to block me, you know what I'm saying? Now you want to run away from the war. You ain't playing fair. Come on now. Come on now. Don't start now, won't be none. Once you started, you can't try to play victim. But yeah, man. That shit messed up, man. Make a motherfucker like that's how you view me, huh? That's what the person be thinking. That's how you really view me. I just have to make you mad enough for you to say it. Like so every time they come around, I come around, you're gonna be thinking that about yourself. Like, man, they say words can't don't hurt. Bro, words hurt more than bullets, man. You know? Somebody could say some shit to you like that you'll never forget for the rest of your life. You know? You'll even gradually start working on changing like your life or whatever so you don't be that way no more. And that bullet only hurt it like for a couple hours, maybe a few weeks, you know, maybe it didn't even hurt at all because you went numb right away. But when you say some shit to somebody, bro, and like it really like fit, they just never heard nobody do them like that. Oh my God, bro. I remember one time, like, this chick that I was with, and I was mad as hell. She just kept fucking with me. She pretended to be normal until I moved in her house, like from the halfway house. She would, like, even she'd get mad. She'd lock herself in the bathroom. That's how I knew something I should have knew something. She wouldn't even take her phone in there. She'd just go lock herself in the bathroom and, like, sit on the floor. Won't even argue back with me. But as soon as I moved in, I mean, she was, like, going in on me because she knows she got this power over me now. Now she can be shitty. And I called her ugly one time. She kept like bitching about that for like the next 3 to 6 months. You called me ugly, you know. But you've been fucking with me all day, man. You won't leave me alone. Like I'm trying to ignore you and you just staring at me talking shit and I'm over here trying to like mind my business, play the game, and your ass looking at me like this. I'm all facing this way. And you looking at me like this and running your mouth. I got like headphones, like get your ugly ass on my face, man. Yeah, you ugly as hell. Fuck on, ugly bitch. I had to keep hearing. I had to tell her so many times, "You ain't ugly. I ain't mean that." You know, I was just like mad, but she knew she was ugly. Everybody, she got a big gap in the middle of her teeth. You got like you ain't got that long of a hair, so you got to wear like tracks and wigs. You know what I'm saying? You got bad skin. Yeah, you know you. You 10 years, like 8 years older than me. Mhm. She know that's how I really feel. She probably, even though she stopped saying it, she probably never forgot that shit. You know. Mhm. So yeah, man, these fighters don't really want to fight. Uh, if they fight, they fight, but like they really don't want to. They really don't want to fight, man. Like the toughest fights. They want to make like the best fights for them. You know what I'm saying? Like Shakur Stevenson, right? You kind of got to just maneuver around here kind of wise, man. Shakur Stevenson, he moved up to 140. Now that Devin's at 147. You know, he fought Teofimo Lopez. He says he can still make 135. He also has negotiated. Well, he's tried to make a Ryan Garcia fight. He's been open to a Conor Benn fight. Conor Benn and him has publicly been going back and forth about making a fight for some time now. Even before the Chris Eubank Jr. rematch, they was doing an interview, and he said like, if I can't get him, then I'll fight you next. I'm not gonna say that I'll fight you and then not fight you. And then, but he did get the rematch, so that happened. You know, well, guess what? You won. Now you want to fight Shakur? He's not making that fight. See what I'm saying? I think he was being honest by saying, I don't want to say like I'll fight you. No, I'm not gonna fight you. You know, but in reality, he had to say that he would fight him, even though he wouldn't. He don't plan on fighting him just for his reputation. You know, he figured he can beat Chris Eubank Jr. because another year, you're getting older. You already had missed the weight. You know what I'm saying, by a half of an ounce, but still, and you had a crazy weight cut, and he figured that he can get him the next time because he'll be more used to the weight, and Chris Eubank would be older and more drained, and he was right. You know, so now why you ain't trying to fight Shakur? Why did you fight Regis? See what I'm saying? They just want to make the best fights for them. Not like the best fights for boxing, and definitely not the toughest fights. That'll be dumb. Why are you gonna fight somebody that can possibly beat you? You might be able to retire undefeated if you fight only the people that you know you can beat. And anybody that the fans want you to fight that they think might be able to beat you, yeah, they might be right. They might really be able to beat you. So, hell no, you don't fight them unless you get paid a lot of money for it. A crazy boatload of money for it, to the point where after that fight, even if you lose, even if you take a pay cut in your next fight, and you only make half, it'll still be like more than the fight before that. And that's the type of situations that these fighters are trying to get into. Yeah. Okay. Say I made 10 million in my last fight. I made 10 million in my last fight. You want me to fight Shakur? Then give me 25 million. If I lose, my next fight should still be over 10 million that I made like in this other fight. They would probably give me like 15 for another big fight if I had a good performance. I did good, but I just lost. But I had a good showing. Still gonna make over that 10. that you made before you fought Shakur. You can't give me 25 million, then maybe I don't need to make a fight with you. Maybe I'll go and fight, Ryan Garcia. He might be getting 20, 25 for that. And that's an easier fight for him than Shakur. Why wouldn't he fight Ryan Garcia for a belt at 147 versus Shakur Stevenson for no belt at 147 and lose? There's more money in the Ryan Garcia fight, and he's easier for you too. See what I'm saying? That's the way they think. It's an easier fight. It's for a belt, and it's more money in it because I don't know. He's viewed as a bigger star. He's definitely had that big pay-per-view with Tank. I think it was just the perfect storm, but it happened. Because I ain't really seen Ryan Garcia getting no crazy gate numbers like when he's on his own fighting like a no-name. Even Crawford was selling like 10,000 in Omaha, and he's fighting like, these mean machine type of dudes. Even Hank Lundy and stuff like that, he was selling like over 10,000 tickets. That's a lot. That means he could fight anybody and sell 10,000. Andre Ward could fight anybody, sell 10,000. The bigger stars. But I ain't seen Ryan Garcia just becoming being no big star like that, where he can fight like Joe Blow, sell 10,000 tickets, or even be pay-per-view. I think was the Ocampo fight pay-per-view for Spence? I'm not sure, but you see what I'm saying? Like, no. So they just want to make the best situations for them, these fighters. And I kind of done lost hope in them doing what I want them to do. They don't do what they want to do. They're always going to do what they want to do, and they always have. Hey, you want this fight? We'll give you this fight, but buy these 5 fights first. Buy these fights. Okay, yeah, you want a double quarter pounder? I'll give you a double quarter pounder, but buy 3 cheeseburgers and 2 double cheeseburgers first, and I'll give you a double quarter pounder. And that's the current state of boxing. And if you try to, you can demand a double quarter pounder all you want, but I'm gonna give it to you when I feel like it. If you don't like it, then you ain't gotta watch. So we sitting here arguing amongst each other. We want this fight. We want that fight. We want Ryan versus Rolly rematch. We want Ryan versus Devin Haney rematch. And or even Shakur versus Ryan. No. You go and fight Conor Benn. That's what you do. Conor Benn, I guess if you couldn't get Chris Eubank Jr. in a rematch, then you would fight Shakur, right? You won that fight and planning on returning back to 147. Why is you fighting Regis in your next fight? Why ain't you fighting Shakur? If you want to fight him so bad. And Shakur Stevenson, if he's willing to go up to 147 for Conor Benn or Ryan Garcia, why won't he go up there for Devin Haney? Why is there's a weight problem as far as making that fight? But the weight wouldn't have been a problem if you would have fought Conor Benn or Ryan Garcia. You would have fought them at the full welterweight limit. But you don't want to fight Devin Haney at the full welterweight limit. I think that the Devin Haney fight in America would be bigger than the Conor Benn fight. Even if they did that in the UK. I think for America, Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, what? Man, that fight will go crazy in Vegas, man. Casinos will be on fire. There's so many like high rollers out there making bets, making $100,000 bets, all kind of man. It'll be lit. Let alone like the prices they can charge at the gate, and you know they're gonna put it on pay-per-view. That's why they're trying to give both of them $100 million contract so they can fight each other. That's gonna be lit. They ain't talking about $100 million contract so either one of them can fight a Conor Benn. But Shakur want to fight Conor Benn. That's what you want to do. Or you would take a Ryan fight, but no Devin. But you be telling he was back in the day. He told Devin like, "You lucky you not my weight." You know what I'm saying? What you mean you lucky you not my weight? Okay, so you can move up. Like show me something. And now you willing to Shakur big, bro. Like Shakur's walk around weight is bigger than Errol Spence walk around weight. You know, like when Errol Spence was in his prime and doing his thing, I seen him. Like Shakur Stevenson is bigger, way bigger, man. Spence didn't have a fight. He was kind of thin. I tried to get a picture with him, and I kind of like, like trying to bring him in, or whatever. Like, but he kind of like bumped him into me, like as he was walking by. Man, he was like paper thin, bro. Barely even there. It felt like if I wanted to, I mean, I wouldn't do nothing to him. Of course, I wouldn't do nothing to him. But if somebody was to like push him, he would go flying like, you know what I'm saying, across the room. Shakur Stevenson looked big, bro. Fighting at 140, yeah, you could easily go up to 147, man. Come up to my weight. You trying to come up there for them other dudes? Come up there for me. I ain't coming up there for Dev. They can easily like demand $20 million each for that fight. But Devin would probably need more though, right? Since he's a promoter. Even 25. Is that as big as is Devin versus Shakur bigger? As big as Spence versus Crawford? Not yet, huh? Not yet. Because I mean, Spence had like multiple fights on pay-per-view. He had over 3 fights on pay-per-view, and Crawford had over 3 fights on pay-per-view. But I think Devin has 2. Shakur, I don't really think so. Shakur, I don't really think he's been on pay-per-view too many times. The Teofimo fight was definitely on pay-per-view because I bought it. You know, but man, that fight like that. If you think you finna get that fight, bro, out of nowhere, you crazy. You done lost your mind, man. It's nice to have hope and faith and stuff like that, but them just to magically just make that fight, and they ain't even really had no rivalry recently. Like it ain't been Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson calling each other out. I mean, it seemed like Devin Haney's trying to lure Shakur Stevenson into making the fight by posting them and all of that stuff. But Shakur Stevenson ain't taking the bait. I mean, Devin Haney is posting you calling him out. Like the time is now. You could become my mandatory, bro. Just like the last time when he became his mandatory. You know, he didn't want to make the fight. He started making excuses about the money. Now this time, he's making excuses about the weight. You can't make excuses about the weight, like I said, bro. I'm willing to bet that Shakur Stevenson walk around bigger than what Devin Haney walk around. Cause y'all seen like you fighting at 140, bro. But when he was in there with O'Shaquie, bro, he looked like a grown man. And y'all know like them little fighters 140 and below, they be looking like little kids, right? Or little mini miniature adults. And you got fighters like 5'4", Tim Bradley that was fighting at 140. See what I'm saying? That boy, you can fight up there, man. You just ducking, man. You ducking. That's crazy, bro. People can they'll make you look like you ducking them, but they be ducking you all along. You know. And fans of them, they'll believe the lies. Fans of that fighter, if that fighter is saying like, yeah, he don't want to fight me, da 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 da, you know, he lying. If you a fan of that dude, you gonna believe him, man. I made a killing like just catering to haters, cause you know, like if somebody don't like you, they'll believe anything bad somebody say about you. They'll think it's funny even if they don't really believe it. They'll cheer you on. They'll hit the like button. They'll share the video. You know what I'm saying? They'll love it, even if it's straight lies. The game is rigged. You know, like, and then you got fighters like Tank. They say like you clout chasing. If you call them out, I just want to make a fight, bro. We fighters. You know, we gonna make some money. If you feel like you the best, I feel like I'm the best. Let's do it. Let's make a good fight for the fans. Man, you hating, bro. You clout chasing. You just trying to use my name like for publicity. You know, you just trying to get some clout. That's why he calling me out, man. You know, keep my name out your mouth. Stop clout chasing. What you talking about, bro? What is you talking about? It's a big fight, big payday for me and you. Let's just see who the best is. Man, you clout chasing, bro. Ain't nobody thinking about you, man. I'm doing my own thing. I don't need to make a fight with you. I don't need you. I don't need a belt. I'm bigger than a belt. I'm bigger than a belt. I'm the face of boxing. I don't need to fight you. Who is you? Stay in your lane. You got fighters like that. We just trying to see the best fights. Trying to prove who the best is and make some money. But he say you chasing clout. It's crazy, bro. Things just ain't the same for gangsters. Things is, did Benavidez duck Bitter BF? I mean, Bitter BF has been quiet. He don't want to like expose nobody and mess up what Benavidez is trying to do. He did make that Zerto fight like he was announced it like real quick too. He like after he fought whoever he was fighting at 175. I mean, like he was making it clear that he wanted to move up and fight Zerto in his next fight. He did. I remember it. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like strange, like why he's trying to make it clear that's who he want next. I swear to God, I remember that. And I couldn't figure out like why is she so adamant about going up to 200 to fight this dude. But okay, that'll be like you can make history and get another title. But he was real like adamant and quick to say it. And now Peter Beers has said he agreed to the fight, and then he immediately made a fight with Zerto. He ain't lying, bro. Okay, if he was lying, then Then it's Benavidez's turn to come out and, you know, rebuke Satan. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to come out and say, man, I don't know what he's talking about, man. Look, you got like all of these guys. I can only fight one fighter at a time. You know, we made him an offer. He accepted the fight, but we made another other offers to other fighters, and we decided to go that route so that we can become a three division world champion. Like, say that. He ain't saying nothing, but do it on video so we can see if you lying or not. He ain't said nothing because he know it's true, and it's okay because all of these fighters do it. So I mean, you the boogeyman, you the monster. You can't be the boogeyman no more because if it's a fighter out here saying that like he tried to fight you and you didn't want to make the fight. But and then at the same time though, Beterbiev had lost, and Benavidez is a world champion, so he decided to go for another title in another weight class. Like, you didn't want to fight me when you was champion, so I'm finna go and make this fight, and we'll think about fighting you if you're still available. I mean, I can understand, because Terrence Crawford said he felt some kind of way that Sean Porter didn't want to fight him when he had his belt. He wanted to run off and fight Spence, but then when he lost, now you want to fight me. You feel me? So it could be that same type of situation. Like, yeah, you done lost your belt. You don't got nothing to lose. Another loss ain't really nothing to you. You already done lost your undefeated record and your belt. So yeah, of course you want to fight me now. He really could say that. He could, but just say that. If that's what it is, then just say it. But he just like being quiet, like, okay, Bitter BF, I'm gonna let you have it. You know what I'm saying? He's just not gonna say nothing. Like, man, I'm still on vacation. I ain't thinking about you. Then it looked like it's true, but like I said, it's okay because all of these fighters do it. They all be ducking, and then it like I'm not saying he really ducking Bitter BF. I'm just saying like he Bitter BF is a tough opponent, and Butter BF lost. Now you trying to bounce back and get my belt. I don't blame him. I don't really blame him. You know, the Zerto fight was better for his legacy at that moment because Bitter BF was a non-title holder coming off of a loss. But that would have probably been a more competitive fight. Yeah, man. So there go another fighter that didn't want to fight, Bitter BF. I mean, Bitter BF, he was fighting Bivol and stuff when he had the belt. Then he wanted to fight Benavidez, and then Benavidez didn't want to fight. So Bitter BF didn't want to fight. He went and fought Bivol again, which is probably what people really wanted to see anyway. That was probably a bigger fight for him at that time than Benavidez. With the rivalry or whatever they got going on. So he didn't want to fight Benavidez. And then Benavidez didn't want to fight him. Man, Terrence Crawford really shook up the super middleweight division, man. You got like ninjas running around like roaches when the lights come on trying to get a belt. This guy got a belt. This guy got a belt. Canelo fighting him. Billy for the vacant WBC. He's saying these guys need to fight each other. So he want a shortcut to become undisputed again. So he want them to fight each other and unify so he can just fight one of them and then get all of the belts or maybe lose trying to go for undisputed again. I think Canelo want to be a 2-time undisputed world champion too. Yeah, he want to do it again. That's a big accomplishment if he could do it again. So, and then even if he lost, going for undisputed again, that'll be better than just losing in a unification, especially against like dudes like the who's this? Shiraz. And Shiraz, like, I respect you, Canelo, but you can't tell me who to fight. Don't tell me who to fight. And I'll fight you, but don't tell me who to fight. Yeah, Terrence Crawford shook up the middleweight division like bad, man. He knocked all of the Sonic coins out of Canelo and dropped all of your titles all over the place. And then he just retired, and now they just go all over. they giving out belts at 168 like Oprah Winfrey give out cars. You get a belt, you get a belt, you get a belt, you get a belt. I don't even know what's happening at 160 no more. I don't know what they got going on. Barely know what's going on at 154. I mean, what? Uh Zayed's got 2 belts. This is at the WLWA. I'm not sure. And Fundora got the WBC. And let's see, leave the IBF out there. Let's see what's going on. Hey, Virgil Ortiz, he wanted to fight. We thought that he was trying to duck Boots. He got put on the shelf because he was trying to fight. He was trying to prove us wrong. Oscar didn't want him to make that fight. His belts held. So, yeah, he got the WBA. Look, we getting sharp, bro. We getting sharp. See what I'm saying? Xander Zayas got the WBA and the WBO, bro. Okay, Fundora. He got the WBC. Okay, let's see. Who got the IBF at 154 boxing? Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly? That's in England. We're going to need a Boots and Josh Kelly fight. Unification. He'll be able to beat that guy, get past Xander Zayas. But then guess what? It's one belt left. It's going to start looking real bad. If you get that IBF from Josh Kelly, and then you don't want to fight Fundora for like the last belt, it's going to start looking ugly up in there, man. Josh Kelly looking like food, man. He looking like an opportunity. Spence came back. He fighting Tim Tszyu. He a big name and pay-per-view attraction. Why wouldn't Josh Kelly want retirement money? Why would he turn it down to fight Errol Spence? Errol Spence, that was the first belt that he ever won as the IBF. He put them first before everybody. And Kell Brook was like the biggest welterweight at that time. He still went overseas. I mean, this would be like the same thing that he did 10 years ago. You beat Tim Tszyu and then you go overseas to England and fight Josh Kelly for the IBF at 154. Josh Kelly would take it, man. You have money for the rest of your life fighting Errol Spence. Win, lose, or draw. Oh, then guess what? Then Errol Spence got the IBF 154, and then Boots got the WBA and WBO 154. Then they gonna be on a collision course. even like with Fundora, just forget Fundora for now. Let him go fight his mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Let him fight his mandatory. And then Spence get that fight. And then he get that belt, bro. That'll be crazy, bro. So then we'll be pretty much in line for a Boots versus Spence fight at the MGM or the T-Mobile Arena, like, or even in Dallas or Houston, like next summer. That's fire right there, bro. Oh man, Boots and Spence for the WBO, WBA, and IBF titles in Dallas in front of like 40, 50,000 people. That'll go crazy, man. That'll go crazy. Man, who could win, man? Who you think will win? That's kind of interesting right there, man. That's interesting because I think Spence is the better fighter, but he's got the inactivity. You know, he's been inactive. He took a beating in, with Terrence Crawford. We got to see how he do against Tim Tszyu. We got to see how he'll do it against Tim Tszyu. But I mean, to say like it's a lot can happen before next summer. If Spence beat Tim Tszyu and he fight Josh Kelly by October, we are in line for a 3-belt unification with Boots versus Spence on pay-per-view in front of 50,000 Texans. Man, the money would be so crazy for that fight, bro. A lot of stuff happened in just within a year in boxing. I can see that happening. Spence come back and he just be on this job. You get through Tim Tszyu, you're going to get through Josh Kelly, bro. Especially if you're willing to go to England and do it. Eddie Hearn finna cash that belt in. You know what I'm saying? On the Spence pay-per-view. It's business. I mean, you can make 3 fights with Josh Kelly and against these local UK guys, and it won't make as much as the Spence fight. That's going to make Josh Kelly a more high-profile fighter anyways, just by being in that fight. Josh Kelly will be able to fight another one of your guys that's a name in like a co-main event that helps sell another pay-per-view. So, yeah, man. And then we ain't even really got to worry about Fundora. Because that'll keep like Spence and Boots occupied like for the rest of the year. And then even up until like next summer. And by that time, Fundora, I mean, you got to move up eventually, man. Your body got to start like hurting from trying to like lose all that, keep all that weight off. Stay down the weight. Fundora probably done moved up at 160, bro. So really, and whoever end up with the WBC, they get it, and then the winner of Boots versus Spence moves on to fight for undisputed in their next fight against somebody else. Whoever is next in line with the WBC. That sound like a good like year of fighting, bro. Boots beat Xander. Spence beat Tszyu. Then Spence comes back and fights Josh Kelly like later this year in the fall in England. Boots still sitting out. And then Boots and Spence make a fight for the summer, next Cinco de Mayo, in next year in the summer. Maybe they could do it in June, you know, and just get a Mexican Cinco de Mayo, June or July. Yeah, yeah, I can see that happening. I can see Terrence Crawford. I mean, Spence calling out Terrence Crawford for a rematch. He's gonna be there, and if Spence look good enough, and then he calls out Crawford, who will be there for a rematch, then I can see Crawford coming back for a rematch with Spence too. That'll be a bigger fight than the Boots fight, but I don't know if it'll be an easier fight. I mean, Crawford got the age on him. Boots is younger. I just still think Crawford could still do it. Can Crawford still beat like Boots now? So yeah, man, it'll be interesting to play out. But one thing that we're not gonna do is bitch, moan, cry, and complain about like fights that we just not gonna get. Like those are fights that I think that we could get. I think that we could get a Josh Kelly versus Spence in England, after Tim Tszyu. But Tim Tszyu's gonna be tough, you know. And he get past Tim Tszyu. I could see that, bro. And I could even see a Boots versus Spence fight in Texas next summer. I can see that, you know. Even the Spence Bud rematch, no matter what y'all say, no matter what Bud say, he want that 100 million. He gonna still get the itch to fight again. He's on like this dude is like a movie star now. He all over the place. He's like famous as hell. Like of course the money is there to pay him. They could even give him 50 million apiece. You know, but probably want that 100 million though. Another 50, get him back. Hmm. Turkey might give him that 100. Give Spence 50 for that rematch. Only thing is like it's not for a belt, so it's not really like that significant, but it still would be like a big fight. Yeah, man. And you already know about what's going on at 147, man. You know, Rolly, Ryan, Devin. Like the Crocker dude got the IBF. Rolly's WBA, Ryan's WBC, Devin WBO, Lewis Crocker, IBF. Man, I don't know why like Eddie Herndon put Lewis Crocker up in there against like Conor Benn. That's an easier fight for him to become a world champion for the first time. The Ryan fight is a bigger fight. And then if you can get that belt, then now you got two belts at 147. So it's like a gamble. But even though it's more money in it, in a Ryan fight, so yeah. But the Crocker fight is a more winnable fight. Let me see who's the favorite, even though that don't really always mean nothing. Garcia versus Conor Benn odds. Ooh, Ryan Garcia is a minus 350 favorite. Conor Ben is a plus 250 to 300 underdog. Conor Ben is a massive underdog. And that's some crazy odds, bro. There's some money to be made in that fight. You know, I mean, you got a heavy favorite for a guy that like is a steroid user, former steroid user. You know, like if he's not on the juice, then he could lose. They both steroid users. They both might be juiced up. I think that Conor Ben is just a tougher guy, tougher than Ryan Garcia. You know, and that matters because they gonna be in the fight. You know, it might be wild, it might look crazy, but man, I was pulling for Ryan Garcia to beat Barrios. Man, he did it, but man, you finna Conor Ben about to sock Ryan Garcia in this shit, bro. You know, that's what he about to do. You know, uh, some money to be made in that one. Plus 250, plus 300. You mean to tell me like I can bring home $400 from 100? 100 to make me three profit. Walk away with four. But Ryan Garcia, he's minus 350. It take $350 to just make 100. So that means like if you bet 100 on Ryan Garcia, you're gonna walk away with like $130. But if you bet on 100 on Ben, you walk away with 400. Mm-hmm. But hey, you gotta remember that Ryan Garcia is a Mexican. He owns a Mexican title, and Mauricio Suleiman is a mobster. He's gonna do whatever he has to do that's best for his company. So if it go 12, Ryan ain't losing. And if Ryan get a knockdown, he's definitely not losing. You know. But if Conor get a knockdown, you know, it could be a draw. You're gonna have to really, really like put it on Ryan. And I think that he can, honestly. Even though it ain't really much that I've seen from him that's very impressive, except for when he was like knocking out bums. Mm. Uh, but yeah, we pretty much cover like all of the main weight classes, huh? A lot of times I be doing this just for me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, just so I can stay sharp on what's going on in boxing. You know, y'all ain't gotta talk to me all day. I don't even know if I would want to talk to somebody all day, all the time. But you know, that just keep me like sharp on my boxing. Who got what belt? What can happen? You know what I'm saying? I need to see what's going on at 140. We know Shakur got the WBO. We currently want him to fight like a 130-pound fighter. That 135-pound fighter, like he'll take the fight even if he don't think that he'll win. You know what I'm saying? Even no matter what you did in sparring, bro, you fighting at 130. You know, it ain't gonna be the same. No, he looked good at 130. Let him fight Navarrete. And Shakur, if you don't want to fight Devin, then fight somebody else, man. Like, these dudes act like they never want to fight their mandatories, man. It's just always the next big thing, the next big thing. You know, fight a bum. Who cares? They're just always thirsty for the biggest fights. You know, I like to see like an undefeated bum get an opportunity from time to time. You know, I mean, he might not even be a bum, but he he don't nobody know him. He's undefeated and he done worked his way up. You know, I like to see that, man. I like to see people get a chance instead of you just fighting like these other big name fighters that we all pretty much know about and know how they fight, and you know what I'm saying, how you will pair up against them. That's how you know Crawford was good. You know what I'm saying? Because he he never shied away from fighting these undefeated uh fighters who might have been like champions like Victor Postal, or even like challengers like, you know, Mean Machine or Madronov. You know, you never fought these fighters before, and they never really faced adversity either. See what I'm saying? Because they're undefeated and they've been dominating everybody that they've been dominating. So you know, you got to be pretty bold to be willing to like put your record, reputation, and title on the line against these undefeated, tough fighters like that. That's not really known. That's how you know like how good Crawford was, because he never really shied away from those type of fights either. While like all of these champions was avoiding them and fighting each other, and, you know, Porter fighting Brook, and then Porter fighting Spence, and then you know Porter, you know, Thurman fighting Porter, and they all fighting each other, and you know what I'm saying, like Crawford was fighting like these tough, top, undefeated, young, hungry lions while they're fighting like each other, you know. And Crawford always figured out a way to win. It was almost like he just always wanted to challenge himself, you know, and that was his way of challenging himself. All the while, these other fighters are just fighting other popular fighters that they know that they can beat. Crawford know he can beat you just because he know how good he is, but he don't really need to know everything about you. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta have like a bad fight or look, you know what I'm saying, take a loss or something like that. That's how you know how good Crawford was. But you know, these fighters nowadays, man, they don't want to do that. They trying to look for another popular guy who they know that they can beat. They definitely don't want to fight an unpopular guy that they don't know that they can beat. They definitely don't want to do that. You know, you got a tough assignment. You got a tough assignment, and it ain't really like the biggest payday because don't nobody know who this dude is. No, no, these fighters do not want to do that, man. They rather move up and wait and drop the belt, or continue negotiating with another popular fighter, even if they have to fight a non-title fight before they fight like a top undefeated unknown fighter. They better know that he's a bum with a, you know, inflated record. You know, I'm just saying though, cuz I'm just saying. The bees like that in the trap. We worked our way all the way down to weight classes though. You know? It's good for the you know what's going on. See what's going on in the boxing world. I hate that I stepped on this damn stand, man. When I was drunk, like, and now I'm sober and I gotta keep fucking putting it back together. I bought some super glue to fix it, but I don't really know. I don't want to mess it up either. You know what I'm saying? You can mess it up. Oh, I think like if I put it right on that, that should be good. It won't ever come all the way off. Yeah, you broke it when you was drunk, and now that you sober, you gotta deal with it. You know. Uh, yeah, man. Yes, sir. Hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. You know, we talking boxing, man. We talking boxing. Yo, man. Yo, these ninjas, bro. They be doing like 6 hour live streams and be talking about boxing the whole time, bro. Like, how you do that? How you do that? It be sometimes when I realize like that we are boxing nerds, like how 7A Sports used to say. You know, like we used to, because some people will try to act like tough, you know, act like they want to hurt somebody or whatever. Reality, bro, like we're boxing nerds, you know. So what are you, like a tough nerd? And then it'd be sometimes when I just look at certain people and I realize it, and I can see it in their face that they're a nerd, even if they black, you know. And I'm not saying that everybody, even the top bloggers in boxing, are nerds. Oh, we kind of are. Yeah, we kind of are. But I mean, some of us look worse than others. You feel me? Yeah, man. Niggas be fanned out. You know, I mean, I really be just wanting something to talk about. For real, for real. I'd rather sit here and talk about boxing, like, with one or two people than be, like, in front of, like, uh 30 or 40 people talking about like nothing, dumb shit, laughing, kicking the, you know, shooting the shit. Like that's why I come over here, even though y'all only comment on like the first 20, 30 minutes of the live, and I still stay on live for like 2, 3 hours, 2, 3 hours, you know, because I'm really like doing it for me, anyways. Pretty much a little bit too much for me, you know what I'm saying? Because like I know like I can make videos and the videos are gonna do more views than these live streams. And it'll like YouTube will start recommending videos. Help it'll help like grow the channel more. But I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I come over here, I mean I'm not gonna get paid, you know? Shit, I'm not trying to get paid from it. So what good is it if I had like 50 people in my chat and constant stream of comments? Like, what difference does that make if compared to two or three? You know, if I'm not even getting paid, bro. You know, just arguing with more trolls, more racists. So I just come over here and talk to myself about boxing. If somebody want to join the conversation, they can. But if they don't want to join the conversation, they don't have to. Because, like, I'm doing it for me. Even if the channel never grows, you know? But I ain't really like no boxing nerd like that. Definitely not no more. You know, I'm kind of like a boxing nerd, but like not obsessive with it like that. It's just something to talk about. You know, it's my favorite subject for real, for real. You know, but I don't even be thinking about these dudes all day, every day like I used to. And so I'll be looking at other people like that. Still, they got to because of how passionate they be in their face and how they be saying stuff and debating and arguing. They really like they got my old passion, my old. I be liking seeing that sometimes. But some of y'all be like too fanned out, you know. You know, it's a difference. You can just see like some of the streamers, like the bloggers, they uh they just doing their job, whatever they get paid to do. They just showing up to work like a telemarketer, right? You know what I'm saying? They just a regular person. I view them as a regular person. But then there's other people that's real like argumentative and emotional and expressive and passionate, you know, that's like talking about boxing too, doing the same thing, but their way is like more fanned out than this other guy that's just talking because, you know, he got a show to do. I be that should be tripping me out, man, when I be seeing that sometimes. You know? Like, are you acting? Do you really feel that way? Like that passionate about this? What you talking about? I know I used to. I used to be. I used to be like that. But and my feelings got hurt so many times, man. That's why I say like something can hurt you so much or so many times, like, you know, you'll never feel that pain again. You know what I'm saying? It'll never be able to hurt you again. Now it's like I still watch boxing, but I don't got that feeling in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though this is the same chick that I was in love with, it just like it's just the chick. I ain't in love with her no more. I just think about her from time to time. I be wondering how she doing. You know what she got going on in her life, but at the same time, I'm just around this chick. Like, I don't really give a. I mean, I like her. She cool. She cool enough for us to like stay in contact with. You know, even though we done got a divorce, but we done broke up. But like, I don't really f with her like that no more. That's what boxing is like to me now. She cool enough though, so we for us to like stay in contact after we done broke up. You know, but I mean, I ain't trying to get back with her. I don't really with her like that. She cool. She cool. It's a lot easier that way on your mental state, your mental health, instead of like, man, damn, man, shit, man. I want to see Boost fight Virgil Ortiz, man. Damn, Oscar, come on, man. Just make the fight, bro. Everybody want to see it. Nah, man. It's a lot easier to just be like, yo, if they make a fight, if they fight, they fight. Or we could just appreciate the fights that we got. You know, like we couldn't get Shakur versus Devin, but we got Shakur versus Tiafimo. We got that. We got that, bro. We gotta appreciate that. I mean, Ryan Garcia didn't rematch Devin, but at least he beat Barrios. We got that fight, even though Barrios ain't really nothing. He still was a champion, and Ryan Garcia needed to go get that belt, and he did. You know, and I appreciated that fight. Devin, he couldn't get the Ryan fight, but he beat Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. was on a good little run. And the way he looked doing it was great. So I appreciate that fight. Yeah. But like crying about what I ain't getting, that's like I just want to be like at peace in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just want to be at peace, bro. You know, I don't want to be mad all the time. I don't want to be begging all the time either. Even complaining all the time. We having a conversation. I'm just sharing how I feel about the current state of boxing. You know what I'm saying? But like all that crying, and itching, and moaning and complaining. I got it. I need to tap out. Good night, man. You've been watching all of this time. All right, bro. Good night. But yeah, man. Just appreciate the ones that we got. I'm starting to like, act silly now. Starting to be blow. Yeah, man. Uh what's going on in the boxing news though? I'll be really planning on like, getting caught up with what's going on in boxing uh while I'm on live, but then I just get on here and I just be running my mouth, you know, about whatever. I might not even talk about boxing. Cause it's gotta be something making headlines. Look, there's some things that need to be happening. You know what I'm saying? Uh Clarissa Shields, she said with like firmness, like that she was gonna sue Jake Paul and MVP for putting dirt on her name. So we need to see that. What's going on with that? Like, you said you was gonna do that. You was just like bapping for the internet, like trying to sound hard. You ain't hard. You did slap the girl. I think that would have been gangster if you slapped her and then sued them. Like, man, you gotta be a bold mother scooter. Let's see that. you know. So we need to see what's going on with that, man. Benavidez. Beterbiev just said that you ducked him. Say it ain't so. Tell us that you just chose like it don't really matter because he's gonna just lie anyways. You don't know what was really in his heart when he made that decision. You know, like he really could have just wanted to go for another belt and make history. Or he really, which is like better for legacy than a Bitter Viev fight. Or he really could be mad that Bitter Viev wouldn't fight him when he had the belt, but now you want to fight him that you coming off a loss and you done lost your belt. You know, you don't know what was in his heart when he decided to go through with the Zurdo Ramirez fight because he's well within his rights to be mad at somebody that want to fight him after they lost, you know, and didn't want to fight them when they was undefeated champion. You know what I'm saying? Like he should come out and clean that up because I think that he got a valid argument. You know, it'd be that yin yang when they want to fight you after they done lost, but they didn't want to fight you before they lost. You're like, man, go ahead and work your way back up. Then you finna get back on off of me. You're not about to try to come and get my belt. Go get your belt back, and then we can unify. We can both fight. We can fight, belt for belt. You ain't got no belt? Go get a belt. I wanted your belt. Now you ain't got it. Now you coming like trying to fight me, bro. Like, go on somewhere. Man, watch out. Man, watch out. Hey, what did O'Shaquie Foster say like to Shakur Stevenson when he was like, you a bum, man. Let a man watch out. Don't disrespect me, bro. Don't disrespect me, nigga. Man, black on black crime, man. That's what Tim Bradley called it. He said it ain't nothing better than black on black crime. Give us all of it. We love it. We want more of it. That O'Shaquie and Ray Ford fight was like some good black on black crime. Because that wasn't even really like a fighter versus a fighter. It's like a gym versus a gym. I think it's raining outside. A squad versus a squad, like a clique versus a clique. It's definitely raining. It might be. I hope I hear some thunder and then lightning. That should be sounding good. But no, I don't know you. Hi again. I'm already subscribing. I mean, yeah. Look, I don't remember you, but thanks for coming through. Make sure you hit the like button. I just don't be want nobody to try to lure me into no bad situation. Talking about like, do I remember them and they really be up to no good? But y'all trying to get some content. Y'all they be playing with me, bro. They used to play with me. They don't play with me no more. But I still gotta be like, what I'm saying, on top of it, because they might try to play with me again. I might not be as too important enough for people to play with me like that. I could probably say whatever I can say whatever I want to say on this level. Down here, I love your lives. They laugh my ass off. Okay, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, as long as you're hitting the like button, feel free to donate to the Cash App. It's Cheryl Gotti, CHERYLGOTTI. Let me know when you send it. She'll let me know. No, make the PayPal light up. Travis Gotti 1. TravisGotti 1. If you really love the lives, you feel me? Like make it light up. You know? Make that shit light up. Man, I miss that Cash App. I miss having Cash App and that shit making that thing. But yeah, man. That black on black crime was be good, bro. With this boxer, man. Damn. Man, he gonna be feeling like embarrassed when he go back to the gym in front of all of his boys, man. You know, and his squad. That's why Shakur was so mad, man. Like that fight meant a lot to both cliques. With the rivalry and with them going back and forth. Oh man, that's one of them fights you don't want to lose, bro. I mean, everybody hyping up everybody and like Ray Ford really got like a better squad. He was Shakur. But yeah, man. That was like a good fight, man. That was some. That was good, bro. Too bad, like Ray Ford didn't really do nothing because like can't even really ask for a rematch. Why would we? We don't need to see a rematch of that. We don't really need to see like the Shakur Stevenson fight either though. That'd be. I'd be mad if they made a Oshaki Foster versus Shakur Stevenson fight because for one, Shakur Oshaki is moving so far up where if he lose, like won't nobody even care if he lose. You're expected to lose because you jump in two weight classes. And like, where did you come from, anyways? Calling out this fighter all the way up here. You know, that's what people would be remember or think. And yeah, and then you'll still have your belt when you go down to 130. You go back down to 130. So you'll be able to just go right back to business. You know, the WBC allow you to go and fight for the WBO title. Then you lose. Then you come back down to 130 and you fight against your mandatory bum in your next fight or whoever it is. Hell yeah, you Oshaki will do that. Go and get that money real quick and come back down and worry about the belt later. You don't even lose your belt. If you lose the fight, you fighting for another belt. Hell yeah. Why wouldn't he? Shakur, if he loses belt and the fight. If you lose, you just lose the fight, but you don't lose your belt. Come on, man. Even the call out and the argument is like worth money. So yeah, of course you would go crazy and call them out too. Hey, yo, I went and bought some ice cream, y'all. You know, and I got like some Star Crunches. I got some oatmeal cakes. I think I did eat the last Nutty Bar this morning, and I got like a couple cinnamon rolls left. Like ice cream with like a cinnamon roll in it. It's cookies and cream. I did start to get vanilla because I was planning on like just putting the cakes and stuff up in there. But them cookies, they don't be putting that many cookies in them cookies and cream anyways. But I went all the way to the store to get some more and spent $7 on like a gallon of ice cream. I think it's like more than that. It's pretty big. And I had to get up out of the house though. It was like 92 degrees up in here. It'd be hot up here in the summer. It's like I need to get up out of here. So I went and got some ice cream and came back. But probably best to stay out in the streets, man. Anyway, it was pretty peaceful. It's chill. You know, I didn't see no bad people out. I think the police doing their job. You know, it was cool because the suspicious characters. You know what I'm saying? That you be having to worry about. I think the police done got on that. Like you're not gonna be a suspicious character and be out here on the streets looking to commit a crime. Like they gonna catch you before you commit the crime. They're not gonna hesitate to ask you who you are out here. And I'm glad, get these crazy motherfuckers out the streets. But yeah. Cause you know how people be standing around, right? Like you ain't did nothing, so you got a gun on you or something, looking for somebody to rob. And up until you commit a crime, you feel like you ain't did nothing, so you can feel like you got the legal right to be right here. And then you looking for a lick. Nah, hell no. You can get your ass rushed. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna be no suspicious person like standing outside in this city. And it's all these white people. Hell no, man. But yeah, I went and got me some ice cream, B. You know? Don't you be happy when like the police do their job, like when you not in the middle of it? They fighting to like to make the world a better place for like you, me and you. You know? I ain't talking about when people that get harassed and all of that stuff. Like, damn that. I'm talking about, man, they locking up people from doing shootings and robberies, you know, busting people with like kilos of fentanyl, locking all of these violent, dangerous people up that we scared of, you know? Like, when you go outside, right? Every person that you see, like, you shouldn't see not one person that you feel scared of. Not one. Because, like, they should be minding their business, not even looking at you, not even thinking about you. Uh, they're in their own little world. And even if they do notice you, they don't look like they could be a dangerous person. You know? Like, I think when somebody look at me, you can tell, I mean, I'm black, but you can tell that I'm not like a dangerous person that you likely have to worry about. Whether it's the age, whether it's overweight, I'm just chill. I'm not looking suspicious. You know, like I'm up to no good. You know, I look like I'm minding my business. So you can tell. But somebody that look like they up to no good, like they shouldn't be able to be walking around out here, you know, thinking that they finna fucking hit a lick or even sell a rock. But because that's all connected to that attracts the robbers and you know, crime breeds crime. You selling dope, and then now you got the damn prostitutes trying to buy the dope. Now the prostitutes selling they self, and now people running around with blicks trying to hit licks because the prostitutes done trying to set the Johns up. You know, there shouldn't be no suspicious people out here. Period. We don't want nothing going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, because it's all connected. It's all connected to each other. You get to selling this drug right here. It's gonna attract like the thieves with the boosters. It's gonna attract like the prostitutes, you know, and regular people that's just addicts, you know. And then the prostitutes is gonna attract like the police. They're gonna attract like other dealers, that other people that might be looking for to do robberies. They might set you up to be robbed. So you got those people running. You got guns coming around in the community because you selling the drug and she's selling herself to get the drug, and she's you know associating with everybody on the planet. You know, and and now like it's guns, man, just from drugs and prostitution, just from you selling drugs. No, these we gotta get that shit on up out of here off the streets, bro. Like you just gotta be up out of here, man. You know, for the 2026, with all of this technology out here on these streets, drones, AI, you know, data providers, you know, uh, you can get your ass on up out of here. Cause man, ninjas just trying to live out here, bro. Just trying to like survive out here. You know? I mean, hopefully one of these days lose some weight. Hopefully one of these days start working out again. Get a treadmill. Like, you know, uh that type of stuff. Maybe try to stop smoking weed or something. Maybe even stop smoking Black and Milds. Like try to better yourself, like, but just minding your business though. Not bothering nobody. This is what you got in your mind. Oh, I need to lose weight. I'm lazy. I need to work out more. Okay, I can't wait till this game come out. Or I'm gonna go get me some of my cigars. I need to go. I'm gonna go get some ice cream. I mean, you got these people out here like, man, yo, do you want to buy some crack? You know, you want to buy some meth? Where I got fentanyl. You want some of that? You know, like, hey, I got a gun. I'm trying to make some money. I'm robbing. I'm trying to rob you. You know, I want to take everything from you. You know, like you got to get all that shit to get on up out of here, bro. You got to get it all up out of here, bro, because it's all interconnected, and it's just bad for the community. We don't need that in the community. That's why, like, I was thinking, like, I noticed that it was kind of getting rough out there about like a month or two ago. I can just tell by the characters, the suspicious characters that's out here. Like, you know, they just up to look like they up to no good. I don't really feel safe. And then I'm seeing like, you know, uh, increase like police patrols and shit. Like, I need to get up out the way. There's something going on out here on these streets. You know? Yeah, man. And it shouldn't be nothing going on these streets. And these suspicious people, police look. They got the right to pull up on you and say, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name? You know, got any weapons on you?" They can do that to man. They ain't gotta. They don't need your permission to ride down on you, man. So like, yeah, get these people off the streets, bro. Make me feel like my life in danger when I'm outside. No, 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 no. I thought that was coming out of the TV. I mean, out of the phone. Cause sometimes like I'll be playing a game, and certain parts of the game, it'll like come through the speaker. uh, yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. Shit, crazy. Hey, The Matrix is on. That movie like 30 years old, man. Damn. You know, a lot of time done went by, man. Oh, I forgot I had done got PlayStation Network, so now I can play online. You know, it said it's something a little feature with the PS5 that I can like, I can stream the game. You know what I'm saying? Somehow I can connect my YouTube to it, and I can stream what I'm playing on the game. I seen it somewhere. I just didn't look into it because I didn't plan on doing it. But I don't know if you want to do that because people definitely don't really come to your channel to watch you play video games. I know there's one dude. He got like two, maybe 100 or 200, maybe 300,000 subscribers, and like he be doing that shit streaming when he playing 2K, and like his live streams be only having like 2 or 3 people, 4 people. You know, even though he got like all them thousands of subscribers, because he be like streaming when he playing video games and shit. You know, arguing with people on the game. But hey, look, I'm telling you, this is what niggas be doing, bro. Like, y'all think, look, y'all think that these dudes is really out here catching hats and doing drive-bys all the time? Like, they arguing on the internet? These rappers, young rappers, drill music. This is what they really be doing. They be in the house playing a game. Because look, you can't be outside, bro. All the time. You can't be outside all the time. Something gonna happen. The only way that you can stay free and alive for a long time is if you be out the way. They record a video when they at somewhere, like when they finna pull off. Post a video somewhere they was at yesterday. Or just be in the house playing a game, man. I swear to God. I started noticing that because, like, more and more, you know, different public figures are expected to show more of their lives. You know what I'm saying? And you can't just like do like Plies did back in the day. You do a DVD. You know what I'm saying? A beef DVD or something, and drop an album and do a couple interviews, and then just play gangster. People want to see how you living. People want to see like the people that's around you, who you know, who you connected to, where you from. Like, if you really like that, you got a history, even criminal history. Like, people they want to know everything about you, and they gonna expect to see what you got going on. You expect it. You can't just fake it like turkey bacon no more. But this is what people be doing, man. I swear to God, bro. You know, in the house, out the way. So I mean, you really ain't missing nothing being out on the streets. I'm not either. I be thinking that I am, but I'm really not. Cause like all these dudes, they come out, they make like they just don't be on live all the time. They might be like in the inbox, do a FaceTime with somebody that they know or something. They might not be on live. They do be doing that though, arguing with the ops while they at home, even though like they talking on the phone with like they friends, but they trying to kill each other, you know. And they be in the house, man. Like, nobody hardly ever get killed. Like, never. These guards be lying. They're liars, man. They're all liars. Like, they be playing a game, bro. You know what I'm saying? You think like just because you don't see somebody on the internet. Ooh, they delayed the Pooh Shiesty trial to 2027. I thought that it was too fast. Yo, they done let Pooh Shiesty's dad and his best friend out of jail on bond, and now they done delayed it to 2027, bro. It don't matter to them no more. It definitely don't matter to Big 30 that the trial's in 2027. So you on bond, you free, you at home. You know, delay the trial to like 2094. For all I care, as long as I ain't gotta be in prison. Definitely don't want to have a trial and have to and get convicted. Push it off for 9 years. Yeah, man, these dudes be in the house playing a game. They don't be on live playing a game. You think like, cause you don't be seeing somebody that they be doing something important, man. They be sitting around the house. You know, ain't nobody really outside like that. You know, all the time. Man, you gonna get shot being outside. No matter who you is. We're gonna get robbed. We're gonna get locked up. You know, yeah, killed, something. Go stand out like here. Go stand on any corner for like 3 hours. Just stay there. Just sit down. Don't move. Sit at the bench. You know what I'm saying? Read a book and see if you don't catch the attention of somebody. they might they might let you slide. It might be too public of a place, but you might catch the attention of the police. They be looking at you like, that's how I feel that they be looking at you. You know, because it'd be real nervous when the police looking at you. They might look at you like this, but it be feeling like this. Look like they looking in your soul. That's why I don't even look at them no more. You know, like I don't even care. Like I don't care what they looking at. I'm not looking at them, waiting for them to look at me. I don't give a fuck what you doing. I ain't breaking the law. I ain't got nothing on me, and I ain't owe nothing. So, shit, if you want to look at me, you need to look at me. You know what I'm saying? I might be the suspect that you was looking for from the last week's robbery or something. I don't need to look at you because I ain't. If you stop me, I'm not worried about you know getting caught with nothing or getting charged with nothing or being wanted for nothing. You know, I think that should have get people pulled over a lot of times too. You looking for the police, and they gonna be wondering why is you looking for us? Like only people that's on the run or word or engaged in a life of crime is watching out for the police. None of the rest of us care if the police ride past or not. We focus on our day and which way we going. And you on watching out for the police. You know, looking at everybody's car. And, come on, man, what you doing? Pull that shit over. Where you headed? You got an ID, license and registration. But yeah, man, you gotta stay out the way out here, bro. You gotta stay out the way out here. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to be out there, get you some sun, holler at some hoes, get some fresh air, and guess what? Maybe try to sneak and get you some drugs. You know, maybe find you a girl that maybe get high, get a room with her, and you know what's gonna happen to you? Jail, death, getting your stuff took. You know, like all of the bad stuff, all of the worst stuff. You know, more than likely, I don't know, man. The ops could get you. The robbers could get you. The cops gonna say something to you, man. You know, even just sitting around somewhere is illegal for so long, right? They can charge you with loitering. Uh, they could charge you with trespassing too. What is loitering? You know what I'm saying? You can't just be sitting. You can't just be outside. For real, for real. Because if you don't live there, like you pretty much trespassing. You know? Hey, it's about time for me to. It's about time for me to give me some of my ice cream. What we gonna do? Like I think putting a Star Crunch like in the ice cream would probably be the best way to go. You know what I'm saying? It'll go the best with the ice cream than like oatmeal pie, cinnamon roll. You know, that's like bread almost. That's like might turn soggy, like, you know. So you might want to put the Star Crunch in this ice cream. Yeah, you don't want it to be like a nasty stuff. Ice the oatmeal pie might be fired on there. You know, oatmeal pie in a bowl of ice cream. Yeah, we might have to do that. Yeah, yeah, bro. Be your best bet to just stay out the way, man. Because it is a lot of activities going on outside. You're right. And you don't want to have nothing to do with it. You know, nothing to do with it. I'm already knowing if, like, it's very hard for me to turn down drugs. Like, not, I don't want no crack, but, you know, if the right person come with the right thing, you know, I'll probably, like, take it, you know? And, so then you are, again, you putting yourself in a blender then. Because now you ain't even safe at home or the streets. Long as you're not doing nothing crazy at the house, you safe at the house. You ain't doing drugs, you ain't selling nothing, you know? You ain't got to worry about the police being curious enough to execute a search warrant, you know? But you hanging out on the block looking like a suspect, and now you done acquired some type of drug, then you're gonna take it back to the house and use it, and now your house ain't even a safe zone, you know, because the cops might, you know, want to catch you using the drugs that you brought home at home. Yeah, they might want to catch you while you doing it. So be best to just stay out the way. Stay out the mother loving way. Stay out the mother loving way. Cause that's the only way that you can win, for real. Like where you don't lose your freedom, your life, like end up in no bad situations. Just stay out the way. I remember people used to say that to me too. And like they were I used to think like, man, this dude ain't got nothing going on in his life. Every time I say like, what's been going on, bro? How you been doing? I'm just staying out the way. Like, what you got? What you having going on, bro? What you been up to? Oh shit, just staying out the way, bro. And I used to always think like, man, this is a bum. He ain't never got nothing going on. You know, to always talking about staying out the way. But really, that's the best way to be. Not in the middle of nothing. You ain't got the police looking for you. You ain't got like somebody else looking for you because they mad at you. You ain't like trying to sell no drugs. You ain't on no drugs. Like you ain't complicating your life with a female. There's a lot of reasons to stay out the way. There's a lot of things you can benefit from by staying out the way. You know, I never really understood it until now. You know, I didn't really get it. And now I think I finally get it, man. You gotta do what you gotta do and get the out the way. There's operations going on simultaneously at different locations. This person about to get raided. This person is selling this. This person right here is helping other people like get this. You know, we watching this person. This person right here just popped up out of nowhere. Now they're on the block all day. We watching them. You know, they think that they slick, even though we've been patrolling these same streets for the past 2 years, and then they think that they slick enough to just be pop up out here so they can commit crime. We gotta like check them out. You know, it's all type of different operations, different things out here. The police is working on, and there's all these criminal activity, and like you don't know, you just trying to be outside, but you in the way, bro. You know what I'm saying? You in the way. These guys are trying to commit crimes with you, trying to sell something to you, trying to take something from you, you know, trying to sell you their body, like something, right? Police is trying to catch them doing it. Here you are, out here on the block, trying to get some sun. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. You're trying to get some fresh air and some sun. And you like all in the way, bro. You about to get caught in the middle of some crossfire. This suspect is possibly armed. Police is armed. You out there trying to get some fresh air? Man, what? Man, watch out. Man, watch out. You wildin', son. It do be like that, doesn't it? Oh, man. I don't think I smoked that whole black. I don't think I did, but oh yeah, I did. I definitely did. All right, man. Well, we got a 3 hour live. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably like after I get off of here, I'm gonna just go back over to Kick. I'm gonna go back to streaming, go back and stream. But you know, over there, unlike here, like I can play music. I can play whatever music I want to play. I can watch YouTube videos, put, you know, and say whatever I want to say without having to worry about being penalized. So it's almost like you get a break, mm, from like all of these restrictions on here. So yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Travis got it. Thank you for tuning. Travis got it. Boxing. Whatever we talked about it, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about boxing all day, every day. Like y'all ain't gotta talk to me all day. You know what I'm saying? If you just tuning in, that's enough. That's all I need. You know, you ain't gotta talk to me if you watching me. You feel me? I appreciate you being. You know, and but yeah, we'll be back later on with some more boxing. Probably like tomorrow, something like that. All right, peace.